What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from ACNation TV here on YouTube and watch actv.com, the two places on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt some locations despite our differences. And I'm going to review Insecure Season 5, Episode 1, entitled Reunited, and it feels so good, right? Anyways, if this is your first time seeing me, definitely do me a solid. YouTube is like shadow banning, canceling my channel in the background. My subscribers are at a standstill. They're not going up. My views suck. Okay, we need ACNation TV back. All right, I need your help. I need the connects to come through and hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe. I don't know what's going on with YouTube and their algorithm and, you know, what they do to the old OGs of YouTube, right? If it's your first time seeing me again, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ACNation TV. And if you're only interested in reviews, because I do so much on this channel, I'm kind of like trying to cut off the fat, if you will, and I created a new channel that's just for reviews of scripted content, anime, and film called West the Critic. So definitely tune into that if you want to see more reviews. I need the guiding light on that channel, so definitely tune in, hit that like button, and subscribe. All right, let's get into this review. I have watched all of the seasons of Insecure, and it kind of sucks when you're getting into a show and you love the season and then it goes off and then you have to wait like 19 years for it to come back. You forget everything that's happened. And I'm not one of those people that like to rewatch the prior season to understand where I am right now. I kind of wish that majority seasons or shows would come back with a refresher. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen for Insecure. I guess we're all just supposed to know what happened last season. Not I. But suffice it to say, okay, we have Kelly, Tiffany, and Derek on a road trip to Stanford. Okay, they're all going for this like anniversary slash reunion slash, you know, 10 years down the road type situation. Where are they now? Kind of ordeal, right? And as they're driving in the car, they're reminiscing, saying, oh, you know, it's so good. It would be good to see everybody. I wonder how Molly's doing. I wonder how Issa's doing. You know, Molly is going a little bit crazy on the Instagram, okay? She's making photos, cutting off her face and all this. And then Derek's like, well, she's quoting some high shit stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm a viewer still trying to figure out what's going on here and what happened last season, right? Because there was no previously on Insecure. There was none of that, right? So we get through the whole car driving, you know, with Kelly, Tiffany, and Derek or whatever, and then Issa comes out of the airport and she just, being Issa, okay, awkward black girl, and she walks into this black car. And there was no one there with like a sign at the airport waiting saying, Issa, come through, or whatever the case may be. She just walks into a car. And then she gets out because it's not her car. Awkward black girl, right? And she goes searching for her car, and then the credits come, or the logo comes, and then we're whisked away to some scenery, drone shots, or whatever the case may be. And then boom, we're back at it, right? I don't know if it was just my TV or whatever. I don't. I think Melina Masuka's really just like darkened the hell out of this particular episode and or this season maybe, because this episode just seemed really, really dark. And I don't know, at first I thought it was like maybe my TV, whatever the case may be, and thought it was whatever. But I watched Dune on HBO Max because that's how I watch Insecure on HBO Max, and Dune wasn't dark. So I don't know what's going on with this dark color palette that Masuka's is trying to give me, but I'm not here for it. I'm already dealing with brown black people. I don't need the screens black, okay? I don't need a dark tone, all right? I need light, okay? Give my people some light. Hopefully next episode it's fixed. Then again, maybe it was just my TV, I don't know. But everything else seemed fine. Anyways, moving on along. They all meet at Stanford. You know, Issa has a Stanford shirt on. Molly has a Stanford shirt. You get a Stanford shirt. You get a Stanford shirt. Everybody gets a Stanford shirt. Everybody was like all hugs and kisses and stuff. You know, everybody's like, oh, y'all twinsies, twinsies. And it's the awkward like, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Okay, everybody has their registration tag. You know, Issa's been called in to talk on a panel because she, you know, has her own business, which is called Block, acronym which she never knows the definition of. And in my mind, I'm like, how are you proud to be an entrepreneur? You start your own business, but you don't even know what the acronym of your own business stands for? What's going on, Issa? It seems like every season something's wrong with this girl. And at this point, I'm like, if she doesn't get out of this awkwardness, this awkward phase at the end of this season, like, I'm like, what was the point of watching this thing? You know, like, what was the point of watching this? Anyways, we get past that. They're walking down the aisle, walking down the hallway or whatever. And, you know, Kelly is talking about the reason why she didn't get her registration is because they killed her off. She's no longer in existence. She has a memorial in the damn book, the brochure. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, rude? Like, really, really rude. Like, how would anyone feel about that? Not okay, right? Molly asks Kelly for advice regarding friendship and, you know, situation with Issa Rae or whatever. And, you know, Kelly's like, you just need to give it time. Things will heal. You know, time heals all wounds, right? We get to this little meeting, this little ceremonial type situation, and Kelly sees her, you know, there's like this memoriam kind of visual thing that they're doing on stage. And then Kelly, Prenny comes up on the screen or whatever. And she's like, known for the steaky leg or whatever. Cheyenne comes through because they ran into Cheyenne, this chick that they used to all be cool with or whatever. I thought that scene was really, really cool. Really, really well played the way they did that scene. All the girls getting along or whatever. Cheyenne comes behind Kelly and it's like, ooh, girl, give me that stanky leg. Give me that stanky leg. They do the stanky leg. I was like, okay. That's cute. We get Issa getting into the bathroom, and as she enters the bathroom, we see Throwback Issa. And Throwback Issa got the braces, or, you know, back in the day hairstyle, back in the day clothing or whatever, giving back in the day Throwback Issa, or whatever the case may be. You know, so Throwback Issa wants to know how current Issa is. Like, does she have a man? Nope. You know, what is she doing with her life? Is she a lawyer? Nope. None of that. She's none of what she thought she would be back in the day. But she goes to mention that she has her own business, and she also goes to mention that she doesn't even know what the business stands for. What does Block stand for? Even I, in the beginning, I forgot about it. I was like, Block is B-L-O-C-C, not B-L-O-C-K. But hey, whatever. I'm just as clueless as Issa is, right? Issa is on the panel and she's not getting any love. It's, again, that awkward black girl situation. Okay, and you know, the dude speaks, he cracks a joke, says a song, everybody recites the song, everybody's clapping, whoop de whoop de whoop. Issa speaks, no one's giving her life. She tries to throw a Tupac song out there, still not getting her life. The other girl speaks and says, you know, you just gotta know, when you know, you know. And everybody's like clapping or whatever the case may be. Because the guy asked, when did you know you were on the right path? Which is a very valid question to ask, and it's a very valid question for me that I ask myself. Am I on the right path? You know, am I doing what I feel that I should be doing, right? Because I'm running this, my own business. Watch actv.com. It's a miniature of Latin Netflix. Go check it out. But I'm not getting the support from my people. I'm not getting the subscribers that I thought that I would get. With 133,000 subscribers on YouTube, 45,000 subscribers on Instagram, you know, 18,000 subscribers on Twitter, 5,000 subscribers on Facebook. And on my network, I haven't gotten over 1,000 subscribers. So it's crazy, you know? It's really, really interesting how the community works with backing you or potentially supporting you so that you can become bigger, right? I always feel like we should do more of it, especially when businesses are out here creating opportunities or trying to create opportunities for people within their community, you know? But either way, Issa is still in her bag and reluctant and not confident and very insecure about the position she holds in life, you know, and she's not able to answer the question, but she reverts to honesty and her true interpretation of where she is right now. And it's like, what if you don't know if you made the right choice? What if you wake up one day and feel like you wasted your time, valuable time that you cannot get back? And, you know, everybody's like, interesting. And then the guy, you know, the host is like, well, it's a good thing that I still have my 9 to 5. Which I kind of felt like was kind of like a dig at people that are entrepreneurs, because not a dig in like a bad way, but just a dig in like, that's the bad part or one of the bad sides to being an entrepreneur, is never feeling like you've completely made it, because every day is not guaranteed and or secure or as secure as a 9 to 5 typically is. So I felt Issa Rae, because I'm going through it now. Again, I'm struggling on YouTube. I don't get the views anymore. Like, YouTube is censoring and banning my stuff. And then I created a network and I'm not getting the support that I would have thought that I would have received from people that proclaim to love what I do. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. So I get where Issa is. Molly and Issa, well, Molly is feeling that Issa is feeling some sort of way. And so Molly is like, hey, we're gonna catch up with you later. Issa, do you wanna hang? And Issa's like, sure, as long as we can drink while hanging. And Molly's like, most definitely we can. They come up across a 40-year anniversary type ordeal with a lot of oldies, but goodies. They steal some or take some beer and they proceed to talk. The initial conversation was so awkward. Like, it's so frustrating watching someone that I believe to be so intelligent as Issa's character is, and Molly being as intelligent as she is, and they cannot seem to get out of their own freaking way. It feels like their legs are tied by duct tape and they cannot walk forward. And even if they're like having to hold each other, even if they were Siamese twins, they would not walk forward together. That's what I'm feeling in this initial conversation. And it's aggravating me, okay? They get some food, they decide to go to Oakland, and in the mix of going to Oakland, Cheyenne is with them, or whatever the case may be. Kelly is feeling all sorts of ways by being killed off by Stanford or whatever. And the ladies in the back are laughing and carrying along and cackling. And, you know, Kelly is in her bag about it. And she's like, oh my God, can y'all be serious for once or whatever? And Cheyenne's like, girl, no. Ain't changed. You know how we are. And they start laughing or whatever. It was weird. I didn't really understood and still don't understand that type of friendship. If someone's going through something or feeling some sort of way, why are y'all like really giving all of that in the back? But whatever, that's who they are, that's what they're doing. They decide to go to a liquor store or whatever have you, and Cheyenne robs them. I didn't need to see that. It was weird. I was like, what? Like, I was like, why? Why are we, like, what? I mean, she did say in the beginning that she was scamming and stuff like that, but like, because she didn't go through the registration protocol. But like, what? It was just weird. I was like, oh God, here we go. You know, another black person, you know, robbing another black person, especially like you proclaim to be their friend and then you, anyways, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but whatever, they get robbed. Issa doesn't want to give up, well, Issa tries to give up her shoes. Cheyenne's like, girl, you can keep that. We don't want the shoes. They get back in the car. They tell Tiffany and Kelly that they got robbed. And Tiffany and Kelly like, what? Or whatever the case may be. And Issa and Molly are laughing about the situation. And they reconnect through laughing about being robbed by Cheyenne, where her motto is, ain't changed. I mean, I guess, okay. Kelly has a eulogy. They all remember her. They all say sweet nothings in her ear. Cute or whatever have you. Pretty's preguntas. What do you do, or what would you do if you felt like you had a little time left on this earth? And everybody had cool moments, but I want to talk about Lawrence and Issa. Because I don't know about y'all, but I want Lawrence and Issa together. If we get to the end of this and they're not together, I'm going to be upset. But Lawrence and Issa kind of reconnected last season, even though he got a baby on the way or whatever. But they're in the car and Issa is being typical Issa. Awkward as shit. Not being able to be cool and not have everything about her. Like, I swear like Issa is all up in here about herself. Majority of the time. And even in this situation where she's going through what she's going through, thinking about what she's thinking about, being an entrepreneur, not sure of herself, not sure of her future, doesn't even know what the acronym of BLOCK stands for. You know, Lawrence is unaware and he's like, yeah, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. They get out the car. He's like, I don't really know. And Lawrence is like, yeah, I get it. He's hurt. You can tell he's hurt. But then we get the credits and we realize that Melina Masukis is the reason why my show is looking real dark. I don't know about y'all. Put ones on this video if your show was dark as shit. Like, why was it so dark? I don't understand. Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought. I thought this episode was okay. It was all right. It was all right. It was all right. Leave your comments below. I do believe that episode 1 was worth it. I'm not going to give it a nod, but it was just okay. It wasn't groundbreaking. Deuces. I know. You're not about to think about not subscribing to aconnectiontv.com. Copyrighted.